Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are hoping to be able to formulate a serum that clears dark spots, removes acne, smoothens the face and glows the skin, then this video is for you. Stay tuned. Now straight to the point, we are going to be needing allantoin. Allantoin is very good for soothing, anti-irritation. You can Google to know more about its benefits. The next ingredient we are going to be using is our snail gel. It calms the skin. It helps with sunburn. It also helps with irritation. It hydrates the skin and it repairs the skin. It's a very good ingredient we are going to be needing. The next ingredient is the niacinamide. Niacinamide is known to help repair the skin barrier. The next ingredients we are going to be needing is our sodium citrate, which will be acting as a chelting ingredient to stabilize our retinol. The next ingredient we are going to be needing is our xanthan gum, which will stand for to be used as a thickener. The next ingredient we are going to be needing is our aloe vera gel. We all know how good aloe vera gel is on the skin. The next ingredient is our retinol, which is the king of the formula. We all know how good retinol is. If you do not know, please go and make your research on Google. The next is our irritation shield. This is our pentyl glycol with some proprietary mixture. You can search Tides Mark. She sells it. I got it from her. Then our next is our glycerin, which will be acting as our humectant. It also to dissolve our xanthan gum. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to dissolve my sodium citrate. Sodium citrate is very good to stabilize the retinol and also to keep the pH stable. I'll be dissolving this with water first. One thing you should know is that please ensure you use a weighing scale. My weighing scale is damaged. I've not been able to get a new one and I just had to make this video because this is my free time. So please ensure you use a weighing scale. I'm going to be posting a picture of the measurement so you can know what to work with. So I proceeded to dissolve my sodium citrate in water. Then the next thing was to dissolve my retinol powder. It took a while for me to know how to dissolve retinol powder. First, I disperse it in glycerin. Then I do a double boiler. Now do not let it stay too much on the heat. When you see that it's starting to melt a bit, just remove it and stir. Then you pour it into the water. So I did that and I poured my glycerin into the container and I proceeded to do a double boiler. Please kindly permit me and ignore the sound. Please permit me, the beakers I ordered got broken, so I had to work with what I had. The next thing I did was to dissolve my allantoin. Allantoin is very good. It helps hydrate the skin. It can serve as an anti-irritant. It's better to use allantoin. It's safer than using steroids and tube. So I proceeded to dissolve my allantoin in water. You can go and make your research on how good allantoin is. Now, one thing about dissolving allantoin is that it takes a while for it to be able to dissolve. So you just have to be very patient when you are dissolving allantoin. Please ensure you use a weighing scale to measure. So I proceeded to check if my sodium citrate was already dissolved, and as you can see, it is fully dissolved. It is a salt of citric acid primarily used to stabilize the pH of a formulation. It also helps to hydrate the skin. It helps to repair the skin and to serve as a preservative because it binds with the metal in the water. So that way it stabilizes the formulation. So I proceeded to dissolve my niacinamide. Now niacinamide is heat sensitive. You don't need heat to be able to dissolve it. You can make your research on how good niacinamide is. If you have large pores on your face, you're looking for something to help shrink the pores, looking for something to help smoothen your skin, to help repair your skin barrier, to help clear dark spots and also sunburn, the niacinamide is for you. I used the niacinamide at 8%. So I proceeded to dissolve my niacinamide in my water. They will say water I use in dissolving my sodium citrate because both of them are heat sensitive. So I'm just going to put it aside and let it dissolve for a while. As you can see, it's already fully dissolved. Now, one amazing thing about retinol is that it is an anti-aging. Like, if you are hoping to look 5 years younger than your initial age, please use retinol. So I proceeded to dissolve my EDTA, which will be standing as a stabilizer for my formulation. EDTA helps to stabilize and prolong the lifespan of your formula. I do not formulate without adding EDTA. It also serves as a preservative, and it will prevent your product from going rancid and changing color. Now, I dissolve my EDTA in my allantoin solution. Yes, I already dissolved my allantoin in this, so I've dissolved it also. I'm using EDTA to dissolve the same water. So I proceeded to pour my retinol inside the water. Now, retinol, this particular retinol powder is soluble in water, and it's produced this cloudy like solution. I remember when I first of all started working with this powder, I was like, this thing is supposed to be like clear. I'm supposed to have a clear solution, but it doesn't work like that. So now the next thing I did was to dissolve my xanthan gum in my glycerin. What came about me formulating this was because of my mother. She is in her 50s and I want her looking younger than her age. So this would help to slow our aging process because retinol is an age-defying skincare active. It would clear wrinkles, it will smoothen your face and make you look 5 or 10 years younger than your initial age. Now, just in case you're confused, kindly note that I dissolve my allantoin, my EDTA, and my retinol in this particular container. So the next thing I did was to add my guar gum inside this container. Now, there's this consistency that guar gum gives your formulation, and also xanthan gum. They give like two different kind of consistency. So combined together, there's this way it makes your formulation to look like that I was hoping to be able to achieve. But then I made a huge mistake because I added too much. Now, if you have just one thickener, it is totally fine. Please just stick with the thickener, okay? So you don't end up having a very thick like consistency. I wanted to have like a slurry, liquidy kind of serum, but because of I added too much thickener, it ended up as a gel, which turned out well anyways. But regardless, I still wanted something, liquidy and not jelly like. So I proceeded to add my guar gum in the formulation. And this is my sodium citrate and niacinamide formulation, which is already dissolved. So I poured it into my retinol, EDTA, allantoin solution and gave it a very good stir. Ensure to stir. Take your time to stir very well. There was no light, so I could not use my hand mixer. I don't have a hand whisker. I don't have a hand whisker. I used my hand mixer, but there was no light, so I had to make do with what I have and use wisdom in such a way that I don't end up having lumps in my formulation. So this is my xanthan gum solution, which has already hydrated. So I poured it into the solution and proceeded to give it a good stir. As you can see, I am stirring and it's starting to give me the consistency that I wanted. Here I was so happy because I love the slurriness. Like, I love how it was drawing. It was really nice. So just make sure you give it a good stir. Now kindly note the pH, because I did not show a video of where I was balancing my pH. This video is already long already. We are looking at a pH of 5 to 6. Ensure you end up at a pH of 5 to 6. Here I decided to add my snail gel into the mixture. We all know how good snail mucin is. It's a very good repairant. It helps to repair the skin, especially for those that have stretch marks. Like if you have stretch marks, you can apply this serum on the area. It will gradually reduce the stretch mark, trust me. So I proceeded to add my aloe vera gel, and I gave it a good mix. If you know you're not using a hand mixer or a hand whisker or anyone, please do it this way so you don't end up having lumps. First of all, mix the two gels very well in a container. Then add little of my already made retinol solution. Then you mix it together. Make sure you give it a good mix before you now incorporate everything together. If you do it this way, you won't end up having lumps, like inconsistency in your formulation. But if you just add everything up together without you using a hand mixer, trust me, you're not going to like how it's going to end up looking, especially when it's a gel. You don't want the aloe vera in one place, everything displaced. So just do it this way. So I proceeded to add everything into the formulation, and I gave it a good stir. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Ensure you end up having a pH of 5 to 6, please. I also added my preservative, but I did not show it at the end of the video because this video is already long. Now if you're wondering, okay, this serum is white, why is it having that pinkish like consistency in the beginning of the video? Just know that I added my rose water because it was extreme. After this, I left this for a while, it became so thick. So this is my irritation shield. This is my pentyl glycol with some proprietary mixture. You can check Tide's mark. This would help to reduce the stinging effects and the side effects that comes with using retinol. This would help calm the effects that retinol gives, so you don't have to worry about reacting to retinol. You can also use this irritation shield when you're working with AHAs and BHAs. It's very good. Like I said, you can get it from Tide's mark. She's on IG. Please, I'm not advertising for her, I'm just telling you where I got it. So the next is I'm adding my hyaluronic acid, which would help to stand as an hydrating skincare ingredient, so this doesn't dry out your skin. This serum is hydrating and also moisturizing because I added vitamin E at the end of this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and share. That will be all for today. Bye.